Alright, everybody, it's our Klaus here, and tell me you saw this headline today. And for those of you taking a look here and wondering, Klaus, what's the deal? Why is this something you're making this video about? For those of you paying attention, please remember that on December 10th last year, I put out this video discussing the adult entertainment industry and its connection to the World in 2019 cover from The Economist. And in that video, and I'm going to play this clip for you straight out of it, I said the following. But I do think a really big flag to look for is going to be toplessness for women being made legal. Whoa! Go back. I'm not going to show it, but I do think a really big flag to look for is going to be toplessness for women being made legal. Again, that is not coming from a misogynistic place, like I'm sure a number of people want to instantly write it off. They're not going to get past this part of the video. And that's fine, right? Because I'm just some nut telling you shit months in advance. And this happens often. I don't typically take the time to make these follow-up videos because then I wouldn't have enough time to do new videos for you. But this is a common occurrence. And I am concerned that now, here we go. Dozens of people showing up to the New York headquarters of Facebook and protesting. And again, they're saying that this is a freedom of speech issue, right? They cannot express themselves because they're being censored in showing their body. And this is how it starts, with something positive, right? Something everybody can get on, but again, this is the slow drip. All right, there's a deeper agenda here, and there's a reason why, of all the times this could have become an issue, now it is becoming an issue. So if that's not enough for all of you, and again, for those of you writing me off, you can fuck yourself. I hate to sound so crass about that, but it's really none of my concern. I put this information out here. If you want to disregard it, you know what? That's on you. Fine. Go live your life. Just don't, why are you even here? Anyways, Mary Hanbury, the woman who wrote this article, there's her name, for some reason 0 minutes. And you look at the coding for her name, there's my name, there's book 77, there's The Economist, all written out for you. And where do you think Facebook's New York headquarters is? Check out that address, 770 Broadway. And of course you drop that 0. I highly recommend that you also watch my Natural Born Killers video, because it is going to give you tons of depth on that number 77 and why it is so especially important this year. So again, look through here. You can see how this ties in with this finish the wall jargon, geriatrics, all these pieces. If you watch these videos and pay attention, you really start to see. Now, check out her name there, MH, the 13th and 8th letters of the alphabet. So that's a nice 138. Right side of your screen, again, you can see those references to Donald Trump, his new slogan to keep America great, references to the Black Sun, and that date, June 4th, that happens to be tomorrow. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that date. But again, keep moving with me here. You'll notice that the group We the Nipple has that simple value of 133. What the fuck is that? No, I'm shooting the video. I'm shooting it. So check this out. Ride, Donnie, ride is what appears in that 133 coding. Now that's what appears in this mock-up of the Misfits bullet cover with JFK being assassinated. And the track that accompanies this is We Are 138. The Misfits, TM, 2013, add them together, it's 33. It's all there. It's all here for you. So again, go watch that Tupac video and learn more about this number. Hold on to 113. I will come back to that one today. But so notice here as well, that protest was on June 2nd. And again, if we look at that date and we mirror and add it, we can get a nice 88. I'm gonna come, no. So check this out. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now, guys. I'm gonna finish this video though. So look at the simple value for 153, the day of the year this was. And you see references to the Illuminati, to the Aquarius age, and then you have this date, November 3rd. Well, remember, that is the date of the New York City Marathon, the biggest marathon in the world. Now, look at the coding over there. References to President Donald J. Trump, on and on. It's a date that I have been talking about well before I found out about the New York City Marathon. And the more I research, the more heavily it gets put into me that this is a very important date. But you'll notice the difference between November 3rd and June 2nd is that nice 155 days. So of course that is a very important number. It does reduce down to 55. And I'll pull this up for you over here because it is in connection with the Star Tarot card. Again, the last one in the Economist Tarot spread, in which Trump was on there. And again, the card featuring him, the Judgment card and the Star card, were the only two that were tilted. And I've discussed that at extensive length for you. So again, there's all of that information for you on the right side of the screen. But now jump back over here to the left and notice that, yes, because this all comes up. We, the Nipple, if we take those initials, W, T, and N, that reduces down to 525. Now, why is that so interesting? Because in my last video, my Nexium video, which again, not nearly enough of you have seen, we discussed the film Us, and in it, Hands Across America. And so remember, the date that I put that video out was May 25th, the 33-year anniversary of that event, and all of these things that I've talked to you about. So look at the right side of your screen, and again, go back and review those videos. They're all still relevant. All right, this is incredibly, incredibly important information. Now, as all of the fucking bells and whistles and sirens going off might indicate to you, sometimes when I'm doing these videos, weird things happen. All right, I have been banned twice for arbitrary reasons. I really don't ham that up very much, but it's true. It's true. I'm flagged for completely arbitrary reasons. If I were to go through my videos and show you the one time they flagged me on this channel, it was for a violation I didn't even commit. And you can watch my Pez Theory videos and see that firsthand. All right. So let's go back here. That shit is getting really distracting. This other article that I found today, right after I saw this one, was talking about predictions made by Harry Dent, from what I'm gathering, a very controversial economist who is always kind of fear-mongering, and he's been saying for some time now that 2019 really doesn't look good and you should get ready for the once-in-a-lifetime crash. Now, if I had the article for you that I read today, again, in my next video, I will have the screenshot. I'll put it up here for you. But again, he's saying, worst of all things, but this is something to look forward to, right? He is looking at the upshot of this, how you can come out on top of this. But what I really want to show you is Harry Dent has that symbol of 113. Well, hey, look at that. It's the number that we got referenced in the We the Nipple coding. And that 113 very clearly can reduce to 33, or we could look at it as a November 3rd hail. All right, so again, you see that information. It does share with AstraZeneca. Remember all of the star information that I discussed with that. You guys, there. It's so much, I know. But so again, left side of your screen, he's always honing in on this 0 hour, what he says we're coming up to here. And so you do see that does share coding with the end of days, catastrophe, home box office. Again, remember I was telling you in the last video, that's, one of the world's largest sex cults. They normalize so many things that would otherwise never have become acceptable. But because everybody watches their shows and goes and talks to, right, Game of Thrones was a fucking cultural milestone for some. I never saw it, but people needed counselors because they were so depressed when the show ended. There's a problem. That is a problem. Excuse me. So, of course, he put out one of his biggest books in 2009 called The Great Depression Ahead. You can see its simple value there of 227, relating it to all these concepts that we've been talking about very extensively. Of course, 0 hour, both words, Z and H, gives us an 88, and both those words are 4 letters. There's a 44. And for those of you not familiar enough with this channel, but actually had the ability to pay attention here, notice that 88 is the same as Vanguard and Trump. And again, keep in mind the similarities between those two. Right? Raniere is the head of a sex cult that involved millionaires, elite, all the same, quote unquote, right? Remember I was telling you that is a white rabbit story. But again, it's a slow drip. Him and Trump are essentially the same people. What they're able to get away with, how it is perceived, on and on. So please check out that video. It is incredibly important. And I think even at the end of this video, did we have the 44 coding come up here? Yeah, because it's the MMR coding, and they're still saying it's the worst ever, right? And all of the connections to the natural born killers stuff. So again, right side of your screen gives you a little more insight on those numbers, but that's really all I've got to say today. I need to figure out why the fuck those alarms were screaming the way they were. And hopefully this video gets up and, jeez, all right, here we go. Maybe it's today, maybe it's right now, all right? So again, thank all of you so very much for taking the time, and please, please be well.